Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Prominence 2 RPG Hasturian Era. And what we have done last time was continue our farm. And you can see that we have made our bridge over here and our farm. And for today's video, I was thinking about learning Batana, which means I gotta go get the quest book and learn a little more about that mod. So this might be the first time I'll actually have to spend time with some of the mods because we have to learn them. And I think this is the new way I'm supposed to do this, because I think going the original way that I was doing with the whole just play Minecraft and then just come across everything vanilla, because I'm not really good at phrasing that. I'm just trying to say we're going to do an episode for 20 to 25 minutes, but we want to learn more about the mod for Batana just by reading the quest book. Plus, I need to wonder where I put the quest book. Oh, it's right here. Okay. All right. So we got the quest book, and we're going to open up to see all the libraries and such, just to see what's going on. Yep, it's going to be some odd silences for a second because it has to render all the information. So I want to look at Botany. Where's Batana at? So we have the journal, Explorer's Journal. Hello, young explorer. Welcome to the Explorer's Journal, where you gather items that you wouldn't actively find. Are you up for the challenge? That's if I feel like it. I want to look at Batana. If it's Batana, that means I gotta get the green book, right? Of course, the green book, because that's where it came in. Yep, Lexica Batania. Alright, magic, technology, and naturally. Batana is a tech mod themed around natural magic. I have actually never realized that Batania is actually a technology mod. The main concept is to create magical flowers and devices utilizing the power of the earth in form of mana. Interesting. So the basics and the mechanics. So welcome to Batana. Welcome to Batana. I congratulate you on the fine decision to strap a sapling and a book together, or just on finding this tome in a chest, whichever applies. You can navigate this book with the arrows at the bottom of this page. Yeah. Despite its appearance, Batana is in essence a tech mod. It requires you to put the use of ingenuity, thoughts, and redstone to create progress. Keep that in mind. Of course, you'll also be rewarded with cool toys, blocks, and equipment along the way. Batana is a mod for anybody who likes to play Minecraft because they like building cool things. It is designed to be fully playable standalone, but it can also be played with other mods. With a few exceptions, everything in this mod can be fully automated with only Minecraft and itself. That means other mods cannot work, but only vanilla mechanics work. If you happen to find yourself feeling lost, try checking out the mod's advancements or challenges, both of which can be found on the left-hand side of this book's main page. The book is laid out in a user-friendly way with a fair number of helpful features, so you can jump in and start playing. Take a bit of time to familiarize with yourself with those. The entry index category is helpful for searching for a particular entry, as it contains every entry in the book in one place. And that's it for this introduction. I hope you enjoy playing with Batania as much as I enjoyed making it. Okay, so this is the mod author. Continue by pressing the back button on the bottom right, clicking the... There we go. So we have read the welcome. Now we got Lexica Batana. So the Lexica Batana is a repository of all knowledge for all botanical matters, but you probably knew that already. All well-known botanical knowledge is stored within these pages. For convenience, if a block happens to have an entry in here, it can be sneaked right... Okay, I'm trying to... Not really good at tongue-twisting readery yet, but I need to get used to it. All well-known botanical knowledge is stored within these pages. For convenience, if a block happens to have an entry in here, it can be sneak right-clicked on with the Lexica Batana to open said entry. Any entries typed in italics are basic entries, which contain the core knowledge required to play Batania. You may want to read those first. Most sections contain one or more of these entries, so a good look through those would be a good idea. Alright, so it's telling you how to get the Lexica Batana. So you could use any type of sapling or tree just to get yourself the book. That makes total sense. The Lexica's Botanic title can also be customized by placing it in an anvil and renaming it. This changes both its cover and its title. The addition of the lexica shown equates to the version of Botania you're running. And no, I don't care about the fourth wall. Wow, I mean, that was probably intentional. So, mystical flowers. Yeah, we see a lot of these everywhere. Around the world, you may stumble upon a large variety of mystical flowers. Spotting these flowers doesn't make much work, as they glow faintly and sparkle. They come in a total of 16 different colors. These flowers can also be grown with floral fertilizer. Read on. Flowers as far as the eye can see. These flowers can be plucked for mystical petals, which are used in the creation of magical instruments and plants. Right-click a petal upon the ground will bury it, making it emit particles. Wait, right-clicking a petal upon the ground will bury it. That doesn't make sense. All right, these petals can also be crushed into the corresponding dyes. Ah, that is actually interesting. Grinding petals into dye. By mixing dye with some bone meal, you create a different type of fertilizer. This floral fertilizer will grow a few mystical flowers in the nearby vicinity if you ever run low on those. Ooh, so that means you can make more. Using any combination of typical flower substances will work. There are also taller variants of the mystical flowers around the world. These can be plucked for twice the petals a normal flower would yield. Tall flower variants can be made manually by fertilizing a mystical flower or a berry petal with bone meal. If you find yourself running low on a particular color, try burying a petal of that color and use bone meal on it. So it's kind of like another way to grow more. Interesting. Interesting indeed. And I know that we have been reading a lot of pages, and this is what happens. So, we're going to learn more about this Lexica Botania, because if I ever play other mod packs, I'm going to have to start utilizing this source. So, what's this? Poppies. I want to see, like, different flowers, and these are what they're talking about. This example. They glow. See? Sky of the beginning. And it's raining in-game. Alright, I better hit inside, because I don't want to get struck by lightning twice. But this is a good start for me to learn a different mod, because I tried using Lexica Botania, but I didn't really fully invest in the mod. And I never knew this was a tech mod as well, which is really interesting because it makes me view it as an opportunity for me to review the mod and also learn it at the same time. Alright, so let me just try this example, and we can see that we can make mystical green petals. And they say that I can place it, let me just place it over here, but I just not any bone meal because I don't have any bone meal. One way to get bone meal is through the fish. Let me just break all that so I can just... Okay, so it is glowing. Okay, that's interesting. So I think I could kill fish, maybe get some clam or shells. I know these guys drop some bone meal. I hope they do. Right now I'm just, you know, fish hunting for some bone meal. Or I should make a compost and do it that way. I think I should just make a compost, because I'm not sure if these guys drop bone meal. They might have changed the loot table to something else. Oh, we found a seashell. I can't even say seashell right, because it sounds like I'm saying she. But this is bone meal. So if I can get more of these seashells, then I can grow more. So where is that glowy grass? So it's right here. Ooh. As you can see, we actually germinated them. So this should be giving us more of the drops. So now we have 4 of these. Man, that's actually pretty useful. Alright, so we did that. We can grow them. They said we can also make them to dye. So let me just do that. So as we can see, it's green dye. Like regular dye. Alright, so we got the petal apothecary. I can't even say the word. Petal apothecary. Apothecary. To create plant life that can do their bidding, a botanist needs a special means of infusing plants with mystical energy. Luckily, the petal apothecary can do just that. This block, when placed in world and given some water by right-clicking or throwing in a water bucket, will accept any mystical petals thrown into it, absorbing their energies. Once the correct petals have been provided, throwing any seeds will finalize the crafting process. all functional and generating flora are made here. For more information, read through the respective sections in this lexicon. Right-click the petal apothecary with an empty hand will remove the last item thrown in. If it's filled with lava instead of water, the apothecary will serve as a brazier and incinerator, destroying any items that come into contact with it. Ooh, so it's also good as a trash can. Now that's something interesting that I never ever heard about. Alright, let me just continue on reading. Where I left off. Comparators can detect an apothecary's fullness. Since the petal apothecary can be filled by a dropped water bucket, and dispensers can fill buckets, creating a system that automatically refills the water in the block shouldn't prove too difficult. A simple tip for the more efficiency-minded: up to 20 seconds after crafting a flower, and after refilling the water, if you right-click the apothecary with an empty hand, it will pull another set of same ingredients out of your inventory for quick crafting in bulk. And this is how you craft it. All you just need is a petal, and you just need cobblestone. Okay, so we just need we have a petal, which is a green one. Now we just need at least 5 pieces of cobblestone. I want to see if we have some in the chests already, because we have been doing some mining. Well, yeah, we have done some mining. And to craft it, we have some potatoes. But to craft it, all you just need is the petal, and you need 5. It's like making an armor stand, but kind of backwards. And I want to see if we have iron. I think we have to go out and fetch some iron if we can, because we do not have any iron to do other things. Yeah, we gotta go out and get iron. So this makes us want to go out and do a little bit of mining. And we are already at the 10-minute mark for the recording, because like I said, I'm going to do like 20 to 25 minutes of episodes. So we just had to try to crowd as much content as we can within that time frame, unless it's necessary. But we have to go into the mines to go look for some materials. We have pickaxes that are ready to go. It's just we got to go into that cave over there that I have been doing some digging off camera. And I have been doing for the first episodes, or the first 2 episodes of me using the replay mod. I'm still using it now, but I'm trying to use less of it, since, I mean, it does provide credit for what I have done on camera, and also off camera too. But it kind of does drain a lot of time, since I don't want you guys to think, oh, I'm cheating and such. But at least you guys get to understand that I play this legitimately. But anyways, we just need to go down here, look for some iron if we can. I know we're near some cave systems. I know. But this should be a quicker way to get to a cave system. Unless we gotta go find a different cave and just go to a different way to find danger. But other than that, it feels like that mod is interesting, because I never knew it was a tech mod of its own. I thought it was something simple where you have to use plants as magic. I thought it was like a magic mod, but it still goes by technicality as a technology mod because of redstone. When they say that, I was like, oh, okay, this is something that I could possibly showcase, but I just know that Botana Lexica, or Botania, has a lot of other things to explain other than just plant flowers and regrow flowers, and then that's it. Because some people probably want a little more context of how something works, instead of just being like, oh, instead of just planting flowers, why can't we just do this? Or why can't we just do that? That's why I'm doing everything I can just to take notes and learn the mod as I go along. Like, I'm pretty sure once we start getting the hang of this mod for Botania, then everything is going to fall into place. And I need to find a way how to get out of here, because I did dig through a hole somewhere. Just can't not remember, because I often forget where I spawned from. So I just need to go up here, because this is where I belong. I belong on the surface, not in the ground. But we have gotten ourselves at least 10 pieces of raw iron, and all we have to do is just smelt it, and we can start using Botania. Because I really want to use Botania now. Because buying it be a tech mod, it's something hyped. And I am not want to fight you, spider. Nope. Leave me alone. I got my own bed. Now dip. And I'm going to use the skill tree again. Okay. Alright, so I know we have used one of the skill trees already. Let's see. So we chose the protector's path. Okay. So maximum health. Physical damage. Maybe we do more damage towards mobs. If I do this, that means I'm more dangerous. Means I do more damage. I mean, I think it's more important to do more damage because that's something to take in mind. So now we do slightly more damage previously. I don't know why I'm trying to make a sentence out of that. So instead of us doing 4.2 attack damage, I guess, that means we do more damage. Maybe like 7 damage. But I don't understand. Wait. Oh, because the crit chance lowered it. Because naturally it's 6 damage. So if I do the math, that's roughly like 7 hearts of damage. If I'm right. I might be wrong with the math here. Because sometimes the mod works weird when it comes down to numbers like that. And we have cooked our calamari. We got food, guys. We got food to eat. But we definitely need to try to figure out how to work on that farm. Because that farm is still manual. We want to make it automated, but we're far away from making good technology stuff. All I just need is a bucket so I can put water in it, and we can start using Botania. And I believe I can also cook the food. So let me just start cleaning out my backpack because it has junk in here. Except for the food, because food is never junk. Food is never junk because if you ever get hungry, it's a necessity. And also, I have my Discord up as well, so some people may send me messages or probably wanting to know like what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm playing Prominence 2, so that's all I'm doing. So if I fill this up, that's what it does. If I drop it in here, they say, oh, okay, so it's actually doing it, so interesting. Sneak to view. So this is what they were talking about, sneak to view. So if you do that, I think we're just powering it up. So let me do that. So we have Pure Daisy. Far from being just the most basic, the Pure Daisy is most important flower a botanist can have. This flower will purify any adjacent wood and stone blocks, as seen in the next page, into their purified counterparts. Their purified counterparts, living wood and living rock. These resources are important crafting materials throughout a botanist's career. Just give a minute or so. Oh, so you can also make it that pattern or the other pattern. So we have to find out where the daisy is. Like, is it just like a regular daisy? Let me see. So daisy. Wait, that's not how you spell daisy. Daisy. So... okay. So seeds, white petals, water buckets. Okay. So wait a minute. Oh, so it's like any type of seed. Wait, but how does this work? So is it like saying like any general seed? White petals. All right, so what flower has white petals? So we have to find a flower with white petals, use the Botania pedestal, or what's it called? Wait, what's the thing called again? It's like the apothecary. Can't even say. I'm not sure if I'm saying words right, guys, but I just know that we're like 25 minutes in, and I see these drakes over here. Not the other drakes, but that drake. They're like dragons or something. I think you can tame them. But I gotta look for white petals. Not sure where I will find that. But we found a pillager's area. But I'm gonna take some stuff because they're not using it. Leave me alone. Ow. I have to take because you guys are not using it. You might have to take your cauldron. Take your cauldron. Take your fletching table. Take this stuff. Leave me alone. Yeah. You guys are near my residence, so I can take whatever I want. They're still following me, I know. Also, let me collect these carrots, because I need more carrots. But definitely, I need to find where I can find white pedestals. Like, what flower has white pedestals within the Botania mod? Unless those are the flowers that I'm looking for. Right over here. Because those are the only things I see that are white. Yes, we found the white flowers. If we have bone meal, we can also grow more of these. Because we need to make a white pure daisy. So we can purify the wood. And I believe it only works for like oak wood or something. So I may have to go harvest some oak wood and then encase it or use stone. Okay, so we have rebooted our world and look at that. Look at the sugarcane. The sugarcane is so immensely tall. It's like insanely tall. So we gotta put 4 of these in here, right? Oh, there we go. So I think we just add seeds in here? Wait, what else is missing? Is there something else missing? Because water bucket, which we did. Okay. But it needs these type of seeds. Seed reagents. Wait, do I have to put them like on a crafting table? I mean, I really don't know. Unless I gotta toss them in there. Oh, there we go. That kind of scared me. So, what's going to happen is we're going to have to try this pure daisy. Because the pure daisy is able to convert not random items. It converts blocks to their purified counterparts. Like the opposite. Like netherrack can be converted into cobblestone. I mean, why would anybody want to convert that stuff into cobblestone anyways? But there's just a lot of things to learn. And I'm still trying to adapt to this change. Gotta chop this tree a few more times to get more oak. I know, it's gonna break soon. Great, now I gotta use my fingers. Please, creeper, don't sneak up on me. I'm still trying to learn this mod. I'm just, you know, trying to get used to the feel of the mod. But I'm glad that we actually made a pure daisy that's going to help purify certain blocks. And I'm going to eat another apple. Keeps doctors away. But I can't believe I'm eating an apple since apples came from oak trees. No, I don't need a spider eye. So all I have to do is put a daisy around it, and I guess I just encase this around. It's doing it. It's doing it. It's actually converting it. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to take that because that's free calamari right there. And I was thinking about if I should make a book for all my activities. Because it helps me to log everything in instead of just feeling like I did all of it and then I forget the next day that I have done it already. And I'm going to change out some of the boots here. This one has a little better defense. And we're going to have to start making, let me call it, I guess like expanded storage. Because we do have like expanded storage mods where we can convert these chests into like copper, gold, and diamond. But it seems like we're far away from that point. And he said you had to give this a minute for it to become purified. So once it's purified, which I see now, it's a whole different color. Now we have this, which means we gotta put 2 strip logs together to give you 1 twig. And if I look at the book, that means we unlock more features. So we have basics and mechanics, Wand of the Forest. A botanist's most important tool for manipulating flowers is the Wand of the Forest. This wand, crafted from a pair of mystical petals strapped to a few living wood twigs, is a must-have for a huge number of botanical tasks. The wand has two modes, bind mode and function mode. In bind mode, sneak right-click it on a compatible block to select it. Then sneak right-click elsewhere to bend the two blocks. In function mode, it simply doesn't perform this function, freeing the sneak right-click action up for other tasks. The two modes can be switched between by sneak right-clicking the wand in the air. Okay, so we just need 3 of these. Sneak right-click, clicking a block in function mode rotates the block around the axis of the side it was clicked on. For example, using the chest on the top of a chest will change the direction it faces. Most blocks with orientations can be reoriented this way. A dispenser holding a wand will use the wand on the block it currently faces when triggered. The petals used to determine the colors of the wand. What I'm going to do is I will have to harvest some of this stone over here because I really want to try out this feature because I never fully invest into reading the manuals. Yeah, I'm that guy that does refuse to read manuals. So I'm going to make myself the axe. We don't have a anvil, so I can bend that upgrade so we can have a crafting upgrade. Still far away from that. And I know this thing is going to be permanent because it's going to be used more than once. And we can also do it with stone to get some living stone. Not sure what I can use living stone for, but I bet it's something very interesting. And all I have to do is do like this, and we have a living wood twig. We can do it many times, over and over, so we have enough to make that. And I'm going to encase this again, so we can let it do the work. And we just have to get pedestals, which we already have, because the green ones are just easily accessible at the moment. So we just put it like this in the crafting grid, like that, and we got ourselves the Wand of the Forest. So we can change it from 2 modes just by sneak right-clicking. So basically it's good for reorienting. Let me see something. Actually, I want to try that example because I want to learn how it functions because it's a tech mod, I know, but I want to see it when it's used. Like, will this replace, like, making a ranch? So if I do this, okay, see, you see what's happening, guys? I can turn it around, and they said you can also bend it. Wait, what they mean? Okay, let me see here. I might be doing it wrong. Oh no. Okay, so if I go back here, so bin mode, compatible block selecting. Okay, is it like, wait a minute, let me read that again. In bin mode, sneak right click it on a compatible block to select it, then strike elsewhere to bin 2 blocks. So is it like, does it like share inventory? I'm not sure if I'm understanding correctly, but it says bending. So if I have this on bending, I did that. So what does it do? I must be doing something wrong, guys. Must be doing something completely wrong. Let me see. This is sneak right-clicking. All it's just doing is just rotating it. Oh well, it seems I still have a lot to learn with this mod. But I just know that we made the wand. That's kind of like a ranch. We also have Black Lotus, an elusive flower by the name of Black Lotus. However, it's not known to grow or reproduce. There are no known reasons of the lotus at this time. It is known, however, that each bloom contains a good deal of concentrated mana that can be released by dissolving it inside a non-empty mana pool. Just throwing it will do. And then I'll have to read more about the other information. So other than that, this is going to conclude for episode 3 for Prominence 2 RBG Hasturian Era. And what we have learned a little bit was Botania. I mean, I never really use Botania, but this is a good opportunity for me to learn something new every day. But I hope everybody enjoys this video. If you do, leave a like. If you want to watch more of me playing mod packs, then click that subscribe button. Have any feedback to share relating to your experiences or how I do in the video, then comment down below. And I'm thankful for everybody for watching the video and including my members. Other than that, I am going to see you guys on the next one, and goodbye.